Welcome to English Through History. If you like our content, please subscribe or leave us a review. It helps us to create more content and shows us we're moving in the right direction. We hope you enjoy today's episode. The end of days, the collapse of civilization, a return to pre-industrial times. These are all predictions from one of the most bizarre hysterias that emerged in modern history. It encompassed all levels of society, all countries. A truly global phenomena. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Y2K bug. The Y2K bug, the year 2000, was a computer-related issue that captivated the world's attention as the turn of the millennium approached. It stemmed from a widespread programming practice that abbreviated years using only the last two digits, which could potentially cause problems when the calendar rolled over from 1999 to 2000. Concerns arose because computers might interpret the year 2000 as 1900, leading to unpredictable errors and system failures. In today's episode, we'll be examining what exactly the Y2K issue was, its possible consequences, the steps the global community took to rectify the issue, the conspiracy theories connected to this event, and finally, what actually took place on the fated date. To first understand the significance of Y2K, let's delve into its history. The origins of the Y2K problem can be traced back to the 1960s and 1970s, when computer memory and storage were expensive and limited. To conserve resources, programmers shortened values to two digits, e.g. 99 instead of 1999. At the time, this seemed like a reasonable trade-off, as it was expected that computer systems would be updated or replaced by the year 2000. However, as the new millennium approached, concerns about the Y2K bug began to emerge. Experts recognized that if left unaddressed, the bug could disrupt critical systems worldwide. The potential consequences range from minor glitches to widespread failures that could affect utilities, transportation, financial institutions, and even global supply chains. The Y2K problem became a mainstream issue in the 1990s as organizations started to comprehend its potential impact. Governments, businesses, and individuals worldwide embarked on a massive effort to address the issue. This involved assessing systems, identifying vulnerable areas, and fixing or replacing hardware and software to ensure compatibility with the new millennium. The Y2K remediation efforts were a monumental task, as countless lines of code needed to be reviewed and modified. The magnitude of the problem required collaboration across sectors and industries. Governments established task forces, committees, and regulatory bodies to coordinate efforts and enforce compliance. Businesses invested significant resources in upgrading their systems and conducting extensive testing to mitigate the risk of Y2K failures. In the years leading up to 2000, the media played a crucial role in raising awareness about the Y2K bug. Reports and articles stoked fears of potential catastrophes, ranging from aeroplanes falling from the sky to widespread power outages. This created a climate of uncertainty and anxiety amongst the general population, further amplifying the urgency to address the issue. Many conspiracy theories emerged from this potential disaster, and we'll examine the 6 most prevalent. The first one is the technological apocalypse. So one prevalent theory was that the Y2K bug would trigger a technological doomsday scenario. Proponents of this theory predicted widespread failures in critical infrastructure systems, such as power grids, transportation networks, and financial institutions. They suggested that society would descend into chaos as essential services collapsed. The second theory is about a government cover-up. So some conspiracy theories claim that governments and organizations were aware of the severity of the Y2K problem, but intentionally downplayed it to avoid widespread panic. According to this theory, the true extent of the issue was deliberately hidden from the public, creating a false sense of security. The third theory is the artificial bug creation theory. This theory suggested that the Y2K bug was intentionally engineered by powerful entities as a means of control or manipulation. Proponents claim that the bug was purposely embedded in computer systems to create chaos and facilitate government surveillance or corporate dominance. The fourth theory is the global reset or a new world order. So this theory linked to Y2K and a broader agenda for global control. It suggested that the bug would serve as a catalyst for a global reset or the establishment of a new world order. Conspiracy theorists argued that Y2K was deliberately orchestrated to disrupt existing systems and allow a powerful elite to implement their desired changes. The fifth theory is the alien or extraterrestrial involvement. So in some fringe theories, the Y2K bug was attributed to extraterrestrial or alien interference. Proponents of these ideas suggested that advanced alien civilizations were manipulating human technology to test humanity's resilience or to exert influence over our civilization. The final theory was connected to religious prophecies. So the turn of the millennium and the Y2K bug were also linked to religious prophecies and doomsday scenarios. Conspiracy theorists associated the Y2K problem with biblical predictions of the end times or the arrival of the Antichrist. They believed that the bug was a sign of an impending apocalypse or divine judgment. As the clock ticked closer to midnight on December 31, 1999, the world held its breath. Governments and organizations implemented emergency response plans and established command centers to monitor and manage any Y2K-related incidents. Thousands of IT professionals and support staff were on standby to tackle any problems that might arise. Fortunately, as the new millennium dawned, the Y2K bug turned out to be far less disastrous than initially feared. Most critical systems remained operational, and only isolated incidents occurred. And this was primarily due to the extensive preparations and remediation efforts undertaken in the years leading up to the millennium. The relative lack of widespread Y2K failures sparked debates about the severity of the problem and the cost of the remediation efforts. Some argued that the fears were exaggerated and that the bug was averted due to over-preparation, while others emphasized the importance of the remediation efforts in preventing potential disasters. In the aftermath of the Y2K frenzy, valuable lessons were learned about the importance of proactive risk management and the potential impact of technology on society. The event highlighted the vulnerabilities inherent in complex technological systems and spurred increased attention to software development practices, including more rigorous testing and code documentation. While the Y2K bug did not bring about the doomsday scenarios that were envisioned, it did serve as a wake-up call for the IT industry and led to greater awareness of potential risks associated with computer systems. The legacy of Y2K continues to influence software development practices and serves as a reminder of the importance of foresight and preparedness in an increasingly technologically driven world.